At this point in the project, I felt I had enough animations to begin implementing them into Unreal. After importing my skeletal mesh and animations, I began with setting up my state machine by creating a 1D blend space to blend my idle and run animations, using the player's velocity to control the transition from standing still to running. I then hooked up my jump animations. Again, I split the free animations into 3 parts, as well as adding a double jump to allow the player a variety of options when it came to aerial movement. My logic behind this was to enhance the wall running, since tighter aerial movement would allow the player an easier time jumping from wall to wall. Now, all of these transitions, as well as the event graphs and blueprints, were all done by myself, but going through and explaining in detail all of the programming behind this movement system would take a very long time, so for the sake of this hand-in, I'll briefly touch on the most important parts of this system and my rationale behind developing them. The first one I'm going to talk about is jumping. So I've used 2 default actions here, the input action jump and the input event on landed. So when we hit the jump button, which for this is set up as space, I use a switch on int in order to set how many times we want the player to jump. I only want them to be able to jump twice at any given time. That's jump and then double jump. So I have set this to 2. Whenever we go through a jump, we ask the question, are we on the right or left wall? If we are on the right and left wall at any time, then we do a wall jump. If not, then we do a regular jump or a double jump if we have already jumped already. I've accomplished a simple double jump just by launching the character up, that's the z-axis, by 500, and then resetting double jump. Speaking of resetting, the event on landed resets the switch, allowing us to jump again when we land. And it can also be reset when we initiate wall running, because when we land on a wall, I want to reset the player's ability to jump. In the next video, I'll be going over the process of how I developed my wall running system.